Okay, guys, let's talk truth. All right, so before I even go into this, I want everybody to understand that this isn't about race, it's about culture. And it's not only about that, but also before I even go any further and lay out the layers of what I'm about to say, I just want everybody to realize that it's not nothing to do with skin color, because just like this picture right here, my grandfather is a Greek white-skinned man, so it doesn't have anything to do with white, black, orange, yellow, whatever color you are. But now, let's talk truth. So, Black History Month is in the month of February, right? So, why, if they was in slavery for 400 years, do they get a Black History Month? And not only that, why is it called Black History if on the application I have to put African American? But then, therefore, now they have where it asks you, are you have any Hispanic in you? So what's the deal with that? It's called Black History Month, right? And the thing is, they don't go no further back in history than the Civil Rights Movement. What about when they was being put on the ships? Why is that being left out? What about when they were being packed on the ships? Why is that being left out? What about who they were before they went on the ships? Why is that being left out? So if it's Black History Month, why aren't we being taught the history of the people versus being taught the Civil Rights Movement and the actions of the people to try to prevent wrongdoings in this country? Come on now. So now, I ain't gonna go along on this, but my point is, what about the Spanish Americans that were slaves? Or even the Spanish that were just brought over, or the Hispanics that were slaves? What about the Irish that were slaves, right? What about the Chinese that were slaves that had to dig the coal mines out? See, we leave out all this in history. History is a mystery because they mold and shape it the way they want it to be. But I just wanted to say that just real quick. Why is it that when it comes down to supposed Black History Month and they go to teaching these things in school, they're never going back to the beginning and teaching on that? It just goes back to like the 1950s, 1960s, 1970s, and that's all you learn. You learn about the ones that started creating things and inventing things. That's about it. Or even it might go back to the 1800s, but it don't go back to when in 1600 when they were being boarded on ships and packed on there and making them have to sleep in their own mess. And then the ones that were jumping off of the boat because they didn't want to go into slavery, because they didn't want to be living like animals, so they jumped off the boat with the shackles on. Now this isn't a black or white thing. This is something that entails what a culture of people went through and what happened to the people to have their culture removed. No African American can actually identify what their culture actually is, besides the culture that they present through TV and stereotypes. That everywhere we are, there's a ghetto. Everywhere we are, there's people with their pants hanging down. Everywhere we are, there's loud music. Everywhere we are, there's trash and destruction going on. So let's stop and really take the time to go back and understand what Black history is really about. And let's not just make it about a month when they went through 400 years, right? Because like I said, it's not about the skin color, because there were many different types of slaves, but it's about culture. It's about culture and about people that were robbed from their identity. Guys, as always, Wes Smith signing out. Love you guys. Always gonna talk truth. Talk to you later.